Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Ti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I welcome all of you to this Bhagavad Gita discussion classes. So right now we are studying Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, verse number 16, 2.16 we are discussing. And this is a chapter where Lord Krishna explains about the science of soul, how the soul and the body are two different entities, and how the body is changing at every second, but the soul that transmigrate through the bodies, that concept Lord is explaining through this sequence of the verses. So today our discussion would be second chapter, verse number 16. So if you have a Bhagavad Gita book, then kindly open the Bhagavad Gita book, or if you have any Bhagavad Gita app in your mobile, that also you can open. So open second chapter, 16th verse, 2.16. So we'll study the verse and then we will discuss on this verse. So I'm reciting the verse. You can recite with yourself. Nasato vidyate bhavo, na bhava vidyate sataha, ubhayorapi drushtwanta tu anayostattvadarshivī. So here Lord Krishna is telling to Arjuna that, so because Arjuna is very fearful of killing grandfather Bhishma and the teacher Dronacharya. So Arjuna was thinking, how can I kill my grandfather? Oh my dear Lord Krishna, have you killed your grandfather? Or any Krishna, have you killed your teacher Sandipani Muni? You have never killed. So how can you telling me that I will kill my teacher Dronacharya? So it is totally confusing. Krishna, I can't kill Bhishma and Dronacharya. So then, to answer this question, Krishna is telling 2.16. Okay, my dear friend Arjuna, actually what you are thinking that you are going to kill Dronacharya, Bhishma, actually you are not killing them. Nasato vidyate bhavo. So here, this verse is little technical verse, but let's try to understand it. How he is telling. Sata asata. Sata means soul. Sata means permanent. Satatam, sataha, eternal. Sata means soul. The soul is permanent, eternal part. Sata. Okay. That is sata. Asata. Asata is body. Body is asata. Body is not permanent. Body is temporary. That is asat. So these two things you have to clear. Then only you can understand the sloka. So I told two words. One is sata, asata. Sata means permanent, eternal. That is the soul. Asata means body, temporary. Clear? See the first line. Na sato vidyate bhavo. So the first word is na and asata. Na asata. So asata means what? Body. Okay. Na asato vidyate bhavo. Bhavo means permanent. Okay. So na. So the na word is coming with bhavo. So this body is not permanent, Krishna is telling. Got? Asato means what? Asato means the body, and bhavo means permanent. And the now word is coming with the bhavo. So the body is not a permanent entity. Krishna is clarifying in the first line. Clear? Now let's go to the second line. Second line is telling, na bhavo vidyate sataha. Sata means what? Soul. Satatam, soul. And abhava means temporary. Na abhava means permanent. So the soul is permanent entity. Krishna is here telling. So telling Krishna the soul is permanent. The body is temporary, first line. Second line he is telling soul is permanent. Okay. So two things he clarified. Arjuna, body is temporary, soul is permanent. And then third line he is telling. Ubhayor api drushtanto. Ubhayor means two things. The person who understands these two things. Ubhayor api drushtanta. Anta means conclusion. The person who sees these two conclusions in his life. The person who has understood that body is temporary, soul is permanent. Tu anayo tattvadarshi. That person is a tattvadarshi. So Krishna is indirectly hinting to Arjuna, oh my dear Arjuna, become a tattvadarshi. Don't see that he is my grandfather, he is my teacher, how can I kill? Are Baba, you are fighting in the side of the dharma. Whoever is in the side of the adharma, whether it's a grandfather or a teacher, you have to do your duty. So try to see the essence, try to see the tattva, that what is dharma and what is adharma. That's what the Krishna is telling. So and then the nice concept Krishna is explaining that body and soul. The body is temporary. Nasato vidyate bhavo. But the soul is permanent. So a nice story is coming to my mind. So it's like how the body keeps changing, but the soul remains the same. So there was a person was very attached to his household lives. So then Narad Muni once discussing with Brahmaji, and Narad Muni was telling that in the Kali Yuga, how the living entity will get liberation. Brahmaji tells that very difficult. But then Narad Muni told that, but in the Bhagavatam it is written that just by chanting Hare Krishna, people will go back to Godhead. Then Brahmaji told that, yes, the process is very easy, but the people are very complex. They won't take this process so simply. So then Narad Muni tells, oh, really? Well, yeah. Well, then Narad Muni, okay, if you want to try, then you go to the Kali Yuga and you try with some family. And then Narad Muni comes to the material world. And he goes to one house. And there the child was playing. And Narad Muni asked that child that his name was Kailas. Then Narad Muni asked that, oh Kailas, myself Narad Muni, and I can take you back to Godhead. If you want to come with me, directly I can take you to Vaikuntha planet. So then that boy tells that, oh Narad Muni, actually, you know, this is I'm right now I'm playing with my friends. So you do one thing. After some time you come. When I'll become little older, and then you can come. Then I'll go with you. So right now, let me play with my friends. So Narad Muni then tells that, okay, okay. And then Narad Muni returns. And after few years again, Narad Muni comes. And by this time, when Narad Muni comes, Kailas was already, he is going to school. And then Narad Muni again, he requests Kailas that, okay, Kailas, you can go with me now to Vaikuntha. So then Kailas tells that, Narad Muni, actually, you know, I'm now going to school. I'm doing so hard work, studying all the subject, math, science. So you do one thing, after the studies you come, then I'll go with you to Vaikuntha. Then Narad Muni, okay, Narayan. After a few years again, Narad Muni comes. Then by that time, he has already covered, means already he has completed his studies, and now he is working some job and he is doing some kind of job. And then Narad Muni tells that, okay, now your studies are also over and you are earning money. So let's go to Vaikuntha. So then he tells that, Arey, I worked so hard in the school and the college. At last, I got a job and earning lot of money. And now you are asking me to go to Vaikunta. Let me earn good amount of money, and then I'll go to Vaikunta. So you do one thing. You come after 5 6 years, then I'll join with you. And then Narayana, okay, Narayan, Narayan. Then he comes after 5 years. That time when Narad Muni comes, Kailas was already in his 40s, 50s, and then Narad Muni tells that, okay, Kailas, are you ready to go to Vaikunta? So then Kailash tells, Narad Muni, actually, you know, there are small children are there. So who will take care of the children if I'll go? So let the children become a little elder, they will grown up, then I'll join you. Then Narad Muni thought, oh, okay, okay. Then Narad Muni comes after 10 years. And now the children are in the 20s and they are doing some job, they are earning money. And Kailas is in the 80s. He was totally in the old age and coughing and sitting at one corner of the house. And then Narad Muni asked Kailas, Kailas, are you ready to go now? And Kailas was coughing. Narad Muni, actually, you know, my children are already there grown up, but they don't know how to do business. I have to explain them everything. I have to teach them everything. They are all they don't have the experience. I have to give them that experience. Narada Muni was thinking, my God, how much attachment this person is attached to the family and the children. He is in the 80s, still is not ready to come. Then Narada Muni thought, okay, okay. And then Narada Muni goes and he comes after 5 6 years. And by this time, when Narada Muni comes, and he was searching in the whole house, but he was not finding Kailash. And then he asks to the children, Are, where is your father? And they say, Are, that old person always he was coughing. He died. Now you are little relaxed now. Then Narada Muni died. Well, yeah, he died. And then Narada Muni says, my God, he died now. I don't know where the soul will be now. Then Narada Muni, through his spiritual power, he does some meditation and he tried to see the soul where it is. And then when he was doing the meditation, he saw that dog was coming towards Narada Muni. And the dog was barking, whoa, 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 whoa. And Narada Muni says, why is barking? And then he tells Narada Muni, I am Kailas. So then Narada Muni says, oh my God, you become a dog. Come on. Kailas, you were once upon a time you were a human, now you are a dog. Well, yes, Narada Muni. So, okay, but still I can take you to Vaikuntha, you know, I have that power. So if you are agree, then I'll take you to Vaikuntha. But then Kailash tells, actually, you know, Narada Muni, I have earned lot of monies and I have a lot of properties in my house. And this, my children, they don't know. Sometimes they open the door and they go here and there. So I always guard my house. I roam around, and if a thief comes in the night, then I bark the whole night. So I actually protect my house. So then Narada Muni was thinking, my God, he has become an animal. Still, he was so much attached to the property. And then Narada Muni thought, okay, let's see. And then Narada Muni goes and again he comes after a few years. And then he was searching for that dog, and the dog was not there. And then he asked the children, Are, where was the dog? One dog was there, barking whole day. That dog was barking the whole day. It was in so much trouble that dog was creating. That dog also died. Oh my God, that dog has died. Then Narada Muni was thinking, so now where the soul has gone, I don't know. And then Narada Muni started meditation. And in his meditation, he's trying to see the soul. And then while doing the meditation, a sound came. So one snake was coming towards Narada Muni. And then Narada Muni thought, oh my God, it's a snake. So then he tells, Narada Muni, I am actually Kailas. Actually, now I got this snake body. So then Narada Muni was thinking, my God, you were a human and then a dog. And right now you are a snake. You are going down, down, down. So then Narada Muni was very compassionate. Then he tells to the snake that, oh my dear snake, still the time is there. If you want, then I can take you to Vaikuntha. Are you ready? He tells, Narada Muni, actually, you know one thing? I have a lot of properties in my house. And these children, they are not at all mature. They don't take care of it properly. and sometimes there are a lot of thieves are there. So in the night time, I circumambulate my house, and whoever comes near my house, I kill them with my poison. Then Narad Muni was thinking, my God, he is a snake. Still, he has a lot of attachment. And then Narad Muni thought, I have to do only something I have to do now. So then Narad Muni goes to their children, and Narad Muni asks to the children, oh my dear children, your sons are very small children. Where they are playing? Oh Narad Muni, they playing in the garden only. Oh really? You know, in your garden there is a big black cobra is there. Then the Kailas, all the sun, they become alert. Oh, really? Cobra is there? Yes. Where your children are playing, there only it moves. And then all took their lathi, big lathi stick, and they went the garden, and the Kailas was sleeping there, my children. And all his children went there and they started striking Kailas. They started striking Kailas, and Kailas was crying, oh, I am your father, don't beat me, I am your father. And they beat like anything. And then they went, and then Kailas was crying, oh, Narad Muni, actually you are telling the right thing. Actually, in this world, nobody is our dear and near. Actually, Lord is the only dear. So then Kailas got that intelligence. Okay, Narad Muni, I am now ready to go with you. Please take me to Vaikuntha. I have no more. All my attachment has destroyed now, and I don't have any attachment to my family. Now you can take me to Vaikuntha. And then Narad Muni takes Kailas to Vaikuntha. So the story, the moral of the story, if you see how the soul is changing. In the initial time, the Kailas has a human body. Then after death, because of his attachment, the karma, he got a body of a dog. And then because of his attachment to the property and the family, again he got a body of a cobra, snake. So the body are changing, but the soul is the same soul. That's what here Krishna is telling. Na sato vidyate bhavo. The body is temporary. It is not permanent. Na bhavo vidyate sato, but the soul is permanent. So my dear Arjuna, if the body is temporary, so the Bhishma, Drona, they are not going to stay for permanent, right? Anyhow, they are going to die. So why you are bothering so much? And the soul is permanent. Even though you will kill their body, you are not going to kill the soul. So why you are bothering so much? So in the both way, Krishna is trying to explain Arjuna. And then in that sloka, Prabhupada writes a brilliant purport, a very nice salient point. Prabhupada writes, removal of ignorance involves the re-establishment of the eternal relationship between worshipper and the worshipper. So every living entity has some ignorance in their heart. So how the ignorance will be removed? When there is a relationship between God and the living entity. When there is a relation between God and the living entity, by that relationship, the ignorance will be removed. What kind of relationship? That also Prabhupada is clarifying. God is the master, living entity is the servant. जीवेर स्वरूप है कृष्णेर नित्य दास. जीवेर स्वरूप है कृष्णेर नित्य दास. That is the main identity. That is like the sambandha gyan. When that sambandha gyan is clear, then only the abhideya will happen. Abhideya means process. So when the sambandha knowledge is clear that Krishna is the God, I am the servant of the God, then only the exchange happens. Abhideya means the process is happening. That is the devotional service. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, all the devotional process, whatever we are practicing, that is like the exchange between God and the servant. And then we got the result that is called the Prayojana, love of Godhead. That is the Prayojan Tattva. Sambandha, Avideya, Prayojana. So that's what Krishna is clarifying. And if you see the Mayavad, impersonalist, the sambandha is different. They don't have this sambandha only. They think that right now we are in the Maya, we will practice devotional service, and when the anartha will be go away, then we will become God. So once in Vrindavan, one Mayavadi has come to Vrindavan for staying in the guest house. So that time Brahmanand Prabhu was the in charge. So that Mayavadi, he came, and because their slogan is that everything is one. So he was staying in the guest house, and it was time of January month. So you can imagine in the Vrindavan January days how the cold would be. So in the night time, Brahmananda Prabhu was giving a blanket to all the guests. And when he was giving, he went to the Mayavadi sannyasi and just he took out one thread from the blanket and he gave to that Mayavadi sannyasi. Then he was saying, what is this? Give me the whole blanket, na? Well, na, see, this thread and this blanket, both are one, right? Then he was, both are one. So then, in place of the blanket, take this thread and sling. So then the sannyasi was totally confused what to do now, because their slogan is everything is one. Then he was saying, no, I can't do like this. I'll die. It's very cold. Please give me the blanket. And then the Brahmananda Prabhu tells, then accept that Krishna is the God and you are servant of God. You are not God. And then he told, okay, Krishna is the God. I'm the servant of God. Please give me the blanket. So that's how Mayavadis, they change the definition. They just make it opposite. But in the Vaishnava Sampradaya, in the Vaishnava philosophy, we identify ourselves as a servant of God. Krishna is the God and we are the servant of the God. And what is the relationship between God and the servant? The servant always engages in the devotional service, in the seva of the master. When one person does that, then only all the anarthas that get cleansed, and then we can get our real swarup, how we are the servant of Krishna. To drive away such ignorance, the Lord teaches the Bhagavad Gita for the enlightenment of the living entity. And then Prabhupada is telling in the purport, just to drive away this anarthas from the heart, the Lord is giving this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So by reading this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we can drive away this anarthas from the heart, and then we can awaken this Krishna consciousness in our heart and re-establish the missing link with the Lord Krishna. So today we discussed Bhagavad Gita 16th verse. In this section, Lord Krishna is explaining the science of soul from till the verse 30. So in one verse, we are now very interesting section and little technical section, because here Lord will be explaining the properties of the soul. What are the qualities of the soul? So today we saw in this verse, Lord explaining that body is temporary, but the soul is permanent. This concept Lord explained here, and the future verses we will study very in detail. And what are the properties of the soul? What are all the characteristics of the soul? That also Lord is going to explain. So here we will end today's class, and then we'll open the forum for the comments and the question and answers. So Jai Sri